Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to SAIT Trojans Esports. It is a lovely Tuesday evening, and we are getting warmed up and ready for some League of Legends varsity action against what is the George Mason University. Both teams coming into today 4-3. We have a very exciting stream for you. We even have one of the players joining us for play-by-play. His name is Ethan. He's going to be alongside us this evening. So we have a very exciting stream going. Both teams, like I mentioned before, going 4-3 right now, which is absolutely fantastic. Great start to the round robin as we enter round 8. So it'll be a, it'll be quite the game as things start to wrap up throughout this month of March as we head towards the playoffs of all things, and we can go through our roster a little bit. We got a couple things to highlight in terms of who's going to be playing today. I had a nice opportunity to chat with some of the players earlier and just get a couple of names, which is very exciting. So we have D. Forson, who is a master ranked on this game, which is super exciting for him. We also have I'm Sorry, who comes in. They were initially supposed to play as a backup, but they're in the game now today. Black Knight comes in. He's Emerald 3 and in a first year for the IT program, entering that third semester. So, fun fact for all you guys at home, not only are you watching people playing the game at the top level that it should be played at, you're also watching incredibly intelligent students who are right in the thick of their programs right now, but still making time to hook us up with some lovely League of Legends action. In preparation for tonight, because I, myself, not a League of Legends gamer, I took the time to play more than a couple games today myself. I played as a mage, just to kind of get a vibe of how the games are supposed to go and stuff like that. So I have a good idea of what low-level League of Legends looks like, but I'm really excited to see what it looks like when we're playing with Masters and Emerald 4s. As well as we also had a person pop in here recently that we're going to be highlighting today. His name is Lechero. He's Plat 2 and first-year electrician, what's the word for it? Apprentice. A first-year electrician apprentice. So that's crazy to think about. So not only are you watching an athlete in Lechero today, you're going to be watching a first-year electrician who is fantastic at this game, to say the least. I mean, when they don't give you the rank of master if you're bad. So there's definitely that. And then on the other team, for the George Mason University League of Legends group, Promar, who comes in as a Diamond 4, Prod, who's a Diamond 1. Just making sure that everybody is in the right area, including myself. Poe says Skadoosh, Lucid Bills, and Apple rounding out the George Mason team. Couple of diamonds on there, and you'll see there's a little bit less of a ranked disparity on the side of George Mason. They seem to be a little closer, which means they may work a little bit better together as a full team. So Ferocious Nerd, Lechero, I'm Sorry, D. Forson, all rounding out the team here. Ferocious Nerd, bottom of that lobby right there, comes in Diamond 1. Fun fact, he's a first-year accountant, so definitely not lacking in the brains department there, and we'll see if crunching the numbers will translate into a gorgeous game of League of Legends. We're just going to be getting the draft underway here, and since we're in the lobby, we're not too far away from game time, so what we're going to end up doing is we're going to step away for a quick moment here, and then as soon as the game starts up, we will be back to give you guys all the action, and Ethan will be back beside me, and we will cover this game for you in its entirety. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for watching so far. Ladies and gentlemen, we're popping right back for something that I didn't anticipate, actually. We have with us in studio today Ethan. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing good. Awesome. And so we actually pulled up to the draft screen. So can you tell me what I'm looking at right now?
Yeah, so this is where they typically pick their heroes, and they can ban champions that both teams can't use
Okay.
in the game. So it looks like our team is on blue side here. So how it works is that they get to pick one hero or champion first, and then the enemy, the red side, gets to pick two champions, and then it alternates two more champions.
Okay, so we're just getting rid of, so these X'd out guys down here, these are already the banned ones.
Exactly.
Okay, awesome, awesome. And any, like, surprise picks you've seen so far? Or how can we tell who picked the Thresh?
Right, so typically for the pick phase, we're just picking champions,
Mm-hmm.
and then once we get into the game, they'll give the champions to whoever is actually playing them.
Gotcha.
So our support player, Ferocious Nerd, is actually a Thresh player. Thresh is his main champion, so this is the
Okay.
best champion that he will be playing on, and I'm surprised that the enemy actually let it through this game.
Oh, okay, is that a pretty popular ban?
For our team, yes. Almost
Okay.
every game it has been banned.
Oh, wow, okay. So a big story heading into this one is the George Mason team allowing us to play the Thresh, which can be huge.
Yeah. And we've seen Wing play Aurora, amazing game last week.
Okay.
You've seen him pop off and do really well on that pick.
Awesome. Okay, so Trojans getting some of the picks that they are looking for. Fun fact: when I played today, I unlocked the Aura Lion. So I'm not sure how good or bad that's supposed to be, but that was my first pick.
Yeah, he's actually a god in the lore.
Oh, okay.
And he is really strong. So what you want to do with him is that you stack his passive by either killing minions or champions, stacking it up.
Right.
Then you get stronger as the game goes on. So that's how it goes.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I had a ton of fun. I played a couple games against robots. Maybe potentially died more than I should admit, but that's okay.
All
That's why I'm
good.
not on the team, though. They have me casting the team.
Oh yeah, but eventually you'll be on a team, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That would be amazing. You never know. And so it looks like we have our teams here. Is this kind of it for the draft phase?
So we have an interesting draft on both sides. It looks like our team will be looking to pick them off, and we've got more of a utility pick on the ADC here. So we'll be looking for picks. So mid game, we'll really be looking for those Ashe ultis, Ashe arrows, to
Okay.
pick some people off even across the map maybe.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's very exciting. We'll be excited to get this down for sure. And I think we may be ready to switch back. They are hitting us with a couple readies there. Sorry, guys.
Looks like they are good to go.
Okay, perfect. I will get that going right now. Whoopsies. Perfect. And then we are back on the lobby screen where we can patiently wait for our game to start.
Yep.
And you were in the room, so we had a couple conversations with these guys. And one thing that we were just giving them props for is that it's crazy to play games at such a high level, but then also be on the hook for. Thank you. Be on the hook for SAIT workloads, right? Having to balance your classwork and then making sure that you have time to practice with your team. I know I'm a big Valorant guy, and so a lot of practices and stuff are very like situation based, where like teams are practicing retaking bomb sites and stuff like that. What does the practice kind of look like for like a league team?
So for our league team, typically we'll do some flexes maybe to get used to each other at the start. And then maybe we'll reach out to other teams, other schools to start scrimming them to get some more real practices in.
Okay.
Yeah, recently we're trying to get some scrims done with other schools in the area, so that'll be
Okay.
exciting to do
Nice.
once that happens. And then for everyone just does solo queue, practice their mechanics, and then if they want to reach out for specific matchups, they always have our coach Daniel
Okay.
to reach out to talk about that. Or if we
Wow.
want to go over macro, we can also do that, focus on macro, or do a VOD review
Wow.
to see where we're going wrong, where we want to focus on,
Right.
and what we need to improve as we go on.
Well, pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. I know you work with the team a lot. Are there any like inside baseball things you can tell us about what they might be working on like week to week, or any
Um,
like big adjustments that they had to make from last week?
so I do know a couple of our players just hit master recently. So our
Nice.
top laner got back to our hit master recently. Our mid laner and support are back up in the masters. So
Hmm.
that's something. I do know our players are definitely strong individually.
Hmm.
So what we're currently working on is like meshing together, making plays together, communicating with each other. Those are the type of things we're trying to work on right now.
Awesome, awesome. Well, that's very exciting. So we'll be able to see what the Trojans can pull together here. Obviously, we saw a bit of a rank disparity, a lot of high diamonds on the side of the George Mason University, and then, like you said, a couple masters for the Trojans. Um, how difficult would you say it is to get to master? Like it's master for a reason. It's probably tough, but is it like how tough would you say?
Um, if you're really good, I think you can get there pretty fast, I would say.
Okay.
But if you're not too good, but you're still know what you're doing,
Hmm.
I think it's really up to you, like how much time you want to invest into it.
Right.
Because I believe if you put enough time into it, enough effort, you can eventually reach masters.
Awesome. Well, that's very exciting. Well, you hear that at home. There's still hope for me out there. You never know.
Masters in 2 years for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I could maybe do it. We're just gonna take a look at the thresh here. A nice grabbing move as well can potentially pull people into the radius of those turrets, which can cause big damage. And going along with an initiator, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Is this part of the ultimate right here? The little pentagon.
Exactly. So his ultimate creates that cage you just saw, and that enemy champion that passes through it will get slowed.
Oh, okay, okay, awesome. So Thresh kind of likes to set their teammates up. You can kind of hit your
Exactly.
opponent with a debuff, and then some of the heavier hitters can come in after that.
Exactly. Thresh
Pretty
is a
exciting.
pretty high skill cap or
Hmm.
high skill ceiling, so you can see that he has a hook, so he can initiate fights if he gets a pick.
Hmm.
He also has a lantern that he throws that allies can click, which will pull them to him if they click
Okay,
it. So he can save allies as well. So
that's cool.
it'll
Okay,
be
sick. Big team
interesting.
player.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he utilizes his skill set to play around his team and the enemy team.
Perfect. Okay, we're going to let the game load up, and once the players are taking their positions and flooding the lanes, we will hop back on. It'll be Ethan and Benny on the call for some evening League of Legends action. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in short few moments here. Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the pre-game stage. You are alongside Ethan and Benny for today, and things are underway. Some opening thoughts potentially from Ethan, and guys are going to head all over. If you want, you can even help control our camera a little bit as we go through.
Oh yeah, and
Got Ferocious
I'll
Nerd
just
and
sneak by there so we can just open it up. Looks like we have some early game skirmish in the bot lane. They're chunking out Listed Billis, the support player. Looks like a very good trade from our bot lane there. And then we'll see what everyone else is doing. Pretty standard start from everyone else. And it looks like our bot lane has a great advantage to start it off.
is that because they got some of the extra damage on Lucid Bills there?
Exactly. So you notice that the support now has half its HP. Great
Right.
trade from our top laner there. And now they have an advantage whenever they want to fight.
Multiple engagements popping off here, and Trojans seem to be getting the benefit out of these. Both players there seem to be pretty close in health, but
Great trade from our mid lane and bot lane. It looks like they're fighting. Now the enemy bot lane can't approach the wave. They have complete control over the wave in the bot lane here.
DeForson was doing some good work on the top lane there as well. He's got quite the health advantage.
Looks like pretty solid win in all lanes so far. So the enemy, if you notice in the minimap, the enemy does have a ward on our Raptor Brush down here. So they do
Okay.
know that our jungler is passing topside. And we haven't spotted the enemy jungler yet, so we have no idea so far where he will be going.
Okay. I'm sorry, hitting the level up to 3 there. Ferocious Nerd and Lechero down here in the bot lane. And they've been holding things down quite well, slowly working
Just
their way
gonna
up
be
to
kill here.
this.
No,
Yeah.
just big damage.
Good damage on Lucid Bills there. I think that was Lechero that managed to get the damage off.
Yeah, and it looks like with D-Force on in the top lane being on a tank, we'll be looking more of a bot carry this game. Or
Okay.
mid carry.
So DeForson's job is more or less to slow things down on the top lane while the guys on the bottom lane try to work their way towards the base.
Exactly, so
Okay.
they're going to be... Oh, it looks like we have an engage here. It could
Oh,
be
man.
a great fight here.
Both Trojans players up on the health part.
Looks like Lecharo's going down a little bit.
Well, and Lucid Bills has done a really good job at managing the health. They've gotten kind of low a couple times, but I really haven't seen them past half.
They're just under half here, but Lecharo does need to be careful here. For disengage, nice flash out.
Nice. So he's going to end up going back to his base. It's called a recall?
Right, exactly. So he will be recalling, replenish his HP and mana, and then he'll come right back. So
Awesome.
something new with the new season is Riot has added the home guard. So
Okay.
what home guard does is when you recall and you come out of base, you'll get a movement speed boost coming out. But it looks like they're
Oh.
engaging in the bot lane.
Oh, and there's
Great
a first blood.
engage. Gank from our jungler. They get the flash out of the ADC. Our ADC's not here yet, but it looks like they're still fighting.
Oh, man, and Skadoosh was hanging on by a sliver of health there.
Yep, and they'll back off right and leave it like that.
So even when they have the health advantage, they backed off a little bit. Is there like a strategy reason why they're not pushing a little bit harder?
For which side?
Just for the bot lane,
For our side or the
for our side.
our side? So if you push out too far, you're far away from your turret, right?
Right.
So you are vulnerable to getting ganked by the enemy jungler,
Got it. Okay.
which is kind of what happened there because the enemy were a little bit pushed out and our jungler, Blank Knight, found an angle to gank them.
Gotcha. And that's where we got our first blood from.
Exactly.
Makes sense. Awesome. So things in the middle lane still in a bit of a stale lock, and Lucid Bills and Skadoosh were making their way towards a Trojan turret.
It looks like we've got a pretty good advantage so far. Only 400-ish gold ahead, but that is a pretty good start to this game.
Absolutely. The gold for those at home, because I know we have friends and family of these league players watching that maybe aren't as familiar. the gold stacks up through minion deaths and through champion kills and stuff like that, and you can use those to upgrade your base stats back at your home base, right?
Exactly.
Nice. See, I learned a lot today.
Looks like everything's stable for now. The Drake did spawn, so the Drake spawns at 5 minutes.
Okay.
Either team might be looking to take that soon. Our bot lane does have the advantage. It looks like they're gonna fight here. Chunk them out a little bit.
Doing good damage there, and Deforcin and Promar just poking at each other through top lane. Some damage already being done to this top level turret. Deforcin's might have to back up a bit there.
It looks like the enemy jungler is looking to gank the bot lane. He's sitting in
And
that
that's
top rush.
prod 8 up there.
Exactly. It looks like something is happening right now. We've spotted him though on our ward. And it looks like we're strong enough to take control over this side of the river.
Oh, wow.
It looks like an ultimate has been used in the mid lane, so we won't have that for the fight here potentially.
Okay.
And we do have control over this side, so we're seeing our jungler invade and try to steal this camp away from him.
Because taking out this big blue guy would give your team some boosts and stuff.
Right.
So there's good advantages to making sure that you can take out those bots.
Exactly.
Lechero and Ferocious Nerd back in this engagement with Skadoosh. Got a stun out of Lucid Bills as well, and Skadoosh looks like he could be in a potential spot of trouble. He uses the heal to replenish a little bit of health, and we won't see a kill there just yet.
It looks like Lechero went a little too far in the turret and took a little too much damage, and now our bot lane is all even. Looks like their jungler is looking to lane gank them.
And what does that mean by lane ganking?
So lane ganking is basically when the jungler, instead of coming through the river from the jungle, he goes through the lane to gank them. So he can do that if they don't have any vision in this side.
Oh, I see. So some sneaky moves out of George Mason University so far here, and Black Knight doing his job through the jungle. Promar and Deforcin neck and neck as far as levels are concerned here, and some nice damage for Promar. Has Deforcin just backing up a little bit. I'm sorry, he's done a great job of holding things down here on his own.
What I have noticed is that their mid lane is willing to give up some of his wave just to cover his jungler. Even when we invaded here, he left the mid lane just to see if he can defend his own jungler. So that is something really interesting that they're doing here. But it is letting our mid laner get a little bit ahead in gold because he's focusing on that.
Because he's spending more of his time taking out the minions and stuff that are approaching through the middle.
And it looks like both teams want these grubs here. And we've got the ultimate out of the jungler, flash out. And it looks like we have engage, ulti. Apple is taken low. Dason with the ultimate, 3-man knockup. Very nice, double kill. And we got another one.
Holy, so in a 3-on-3 scenario, it looked like their Trojans came out with 3, so some excellent work out of the Trojans there.
Exactly. We got the 3 kills, 4-0, and we got the grubs. So the grubs actually, they give a buff to our team. For each grub you take, it'll spawn 2 times the number of grubs you took. Whenever you hit this tower, it looks like they're fighting in the bot lane, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Chunking up
taking
a
some
little
damage.
bit. Right, so back to the grubs. When any of our champions hit the tower, it'll spawn like little void grublings.
Okay.
That'll also attack the tower.
Oh, cool.
So it's really good when we have a pushing advantage because we can take towers faster and accelerate our lead way more. Yeah.
The Trojans are really good at setting themselves up early game for rewards that help them win the game faster. They're really good at that. I watched a game with them last week where they took out a couple dragons, and by the time they reached past the midway point, they were basically very difficult to stop.
Exactly, and that's something we really want to focus on if we're stronger in the early game.
I'm sorry, took some big damage there, but going to stay engaged.
He does need to be careful. He's going to get ganked here in the mid lane.
Yeah, that was close.
Some trades in the top lane. Oh, looks like he's going to commit to the gank.
Oh, the jungler pushed back by the tower, it looked like.
Exactly.
Promar engaging.
Oh,
Oh, and
And
I'm
he just
sorry.
got the level up.
Oh my goodness.
The Syndra missed his Q, and he's now dead.
Oh, taken out by the turret.
Both teams just a little too greedy, but we got a little lucky with that level up, and we got the HP from that.
Yeah, huge level up there, and these two guys doing amazing work in the bot lane.
So we do have some prio. Both junglers are now starting to path towards the bot side. We may be looking to take the dragon here in the next minute or so.
So we'll keep an eye out for that. Is almost on cue. The Trojans seem to be moving.
And they find a catch. Just a little bit of damage. They engage.
Oh my
Ashe ulti
goodness.
comes out. Big damage from the GMU side.
Holy.
They keep going. They're kiting back. They get our Thresh. And it looks like that is enough. Our Aurora is coming down here to see if there's any more of a play, but it looks like they're just going to stabilize and back off. It looks like they do want
Nicely
that dragon though.
And they're going to start doing just that. I can't say I got deep enough into my games this morning to start taking out the dragons and stuff, but it seems pretty straightforward in terms of, like, the dragon doesn't do a ton of damage to you, which is nice.
Exactly.
So the Ocean Drake now in control, and that helps the Trojans with restoring a little bit of health there.
Exactly, and it's a really, I think, probably the best single Drake
Okay.
in the game. The reason is, imagine you team fight, and then you chunk each other out a little bit, just like this.
Right.
And now that you have the Ocean Drake, you're going to heal up 2% every second. So you don't need to recall as much,
Right.
and you can spend more time either getting more gold or re-engaging a fight.
Gotcha. Makes it easier to farm up some gold and keep yourself engaged in the game. Love that. I'm sorry, I was going to have to channel back. Gather up some health. Deforson successfully got a retreat out of his top lane. And we'll prepare for a bit of an engagement down here. Deforcing going to do some damage on the turret up top while they wait for a respawn.
Yeah, and it's around this mid game where the game really slows down.
Okay.
If you notice, nothing really happening too much, and that's because if you look at our minimap here, there's no Drake that's up,
Right.
and there's no objective on the top side to take. So this is a time where we'll be looking for maybe a pick. As you can see, our junglers looking to lane gank here. See to try to catch them off here in the bot lane.
Yeah, Black Knight resting in the shadows just a little further down. Lucid Bills and Skadoosh.
And we've got our mid laner, I'm sorry, down here as well. It looks like they're going to try to look for a play. Nothing happens. They are playing safe as well on their bot side.
Because Lucid Bills and Skadoosh are hanging out just inside that turret range.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
They know they haven't seen our jungler, and our mid laner went missing, so it looks like they wanted to play. But it looks like our mid lane is now looking to engage, try to get this kill maybe.
Oh, wow.
And big damage out there. It looks like the
another engagement down here to a 3v2.
Exactly. Now they've invested ultimate, try to find and engage after we called off our own. And it looks like both teams playing safe out here. Pretty slow game so far. We did have some kills, but everyone's playing pretty safe here. So it looks like nothing too crazy happening.
Yeah, team's happy to play at the pace that we're at right now. I would probably have to give the nod towards the Trojans a little bit at this point. Have a slight advantage, about 1,500 in gold and up 5 kills so far. Ferocious Nerd getting some damage in, and Lucid Bills is going to have to get out of here unless...
They've secured a kill. They could look for another one.
Skadoosh in some trouble as well. Lechero, sorry, taking out what I believe is his first kill of the game.
It looks like they are able to secure one, and Sivir is going to escape and clear this wave.
Nice. So teams will retreat there. Black Knight doing his job through the jungle. So as a jungler, that's kind of your main duty, is you're going and farming up some of the bots and stuff, trying to help your team gain some buffs and maybe popping in where you're needed.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So everyone's kind of matching lane. Kind of your job is to get there first, get
Mhm.
the numbers advantage,
Right.
kind of pick them off, see if you can get an advantage for your laners. It looks like something is going on in the mid lane. 2 people in the bush looking for an engage.
Oh, wow. Lucid Bills and Prod.
Big damage out from our mid lane.
And nicely done there. Apple had to retreat a little bit. Black Knight in the thick of it now between 2. I'm sorry, takes out Lucid.
And we have a pretty good advantage for this Herald out here.
Yeah, I see 3 Trojans players on these 2 guys right here. And it must feel so tense when you're so close to your enemy, but they're not engaging you yet.
Exactly.
It's like uneasy.
One step is all it takes. One mistake for either battle to swing to either side.
Absolutely. Trojans taking out another one of these jungle bots. Skadoosh coming in. Promar gets poked off. D-Forsen has the level advantage there.
D-Forsen doing a fantastic job stabilizing this lane, not letting the Olaf really get any advantage out here.
Yeah, it seems kind of lonely to have to play on the top lane all by yourself.
Yeah, top lane is a pretty tough role to play, especially since nothing really happens too much unless you're in a very skilled matchup.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so we did secure the Herald. It looks like we've got some recalls down here. The enemy does have advantage over this dragon, as they're there first to kind of get advantage there. But it looks like top lane is finding the engage and looking to get a secure kill for himself.
Promar's trying to make his way through, uses a slight health buff there, trying to gain some of this HP back. D-Forsen doing big damage. Getting a couple airbornes out there as well, and D-Forsen smells blood. He's not going to let this one go. Oh, and the jump in. D-Forsen with the slay. Ah, wow.
Great work by D-Forsen, but we did see the enemy team taking that Drake there since they had the advantage on it.
Yeah, so that Drake, this is partially for me too, so it's a +3 attack damage on ability power for these teams now, so it's hard to say which would be a bigger factor, whether healing per second or extra ability damage. We'll see which teams get the nod here. This game is already closer than the last one I covered for Varsity. It's nice to see the teams with some parity, and oh my goodness, I'm sorry.
As we see mid lane getting engaged on by their jungler, but our jungler is here to counter gank here. It looks like they're going to look to re-engage, look for the fight. Let's see if there's a kill here.
Black Knight's able to push him back a little. Big damage on the part of I'm sorry. Able to push them back, and Skadoosh and Lucid Bill's able to get some big turret damage in here. Lachero's on the scene.
Alright, no objective is up for a few minutes here, so we're gonna look to stabilize things a little bit, not get too anxious about getting anything done here. So, one thing as well is, once the second Drake has been taken, you can see what the next one will be.
Okay.
By the icon here. So this says that it'll be the Chemtech dragon.
Okay. Do you know the buff off the top of your head?
I can't remember.
Ah, that's okay.
Honestly, I don't
spot.
like it too much, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Totally fair. The margin's increasing here a little bit. SAIT up to 9 kills. Still holding on to, you could call it a $2 grand gold advantage. And D-Forsen's back in for more. Already doing big damage on Promar. Lacheto and Ferocious Nerd in, doing their hard work on the bot lane, and this is where I've seen the Trojans give up a little bit of space as
it looks like we're committing the TP from top lane. Looks like they're looking to re-engage, look for this fight.
Oh man, and from the top rope is D-Forsen.
Lots of summoners used. Mid lane is also fighting.
Trying to get some big damage on Apple. They'll try and retreat. Oh, nice. Got him just on the exit there.
Looks like they're looking to dive this.
Oh my goodness.
Securing the double kill.
D-Forsen on a killing spree.
Committing the flash to secure the kill.
Holy moly, there's another one down, and the turret goes with it as well, and the Trojans are pushing their way through bot lane right now.
And we're looking to take the mid lane and another bot lane tower as well.
Wow.
Big trade from the Trojans here, looking to give up the top lane a little bit in trade for a few kills bot lane, mid lane, and some towers as well.
Yeah, taking out towers in 2 different lanes. Some excellent work from the Trojans as they look to apply pressure as this game starts to heat up a little bit.
Exactly, and now they're gonna go back, go home, spend some of their gold, get a lot of items out here.
Okay. Big moment here for the Trojans, and we saw nearly $4,000 gold increase there.
And you can see that there's people out here spamming the Drake timer, looking to set that up in the next minute and a half.
And we got some people just asking if there's an items HUD that we can check for each player. Is that possible?
Oh, there is. So if you look at your keyboard, just press tab for me there. And hold that there. And now you can see the items out here. We can see some bounties on our players since they are so far ahead. And we can see the items that they're currently building. So
wow.
You can see that our team's really strong. We've got most of our 2 items complete on all our champions.
Yeah.
And their team, some people have 2 items, but their mid lane is looking to complete their next one.
And we'll just pop out the leaderboard once more for some of you asking at home. Obviously, the Trojans putting up big numbers. It's some excellent work with 3 kills and 4 assists there as well. And things are starting to heat up. We have multiple engagements across the map right now. Black Knight caught Aid. He's hanging out in the grass there.
Yep, both teams really prioritizing this 3rd Drake here. This is where it starts to get important to get these Drakes. It looks like D4son is a little far, so we're kind of delaying to kind of position ourselves for this fight here that's going to happen for the Dragon.
Yeah, 4v4 engagement, and I gotta tell you, I didn't see too many of these at my level. It's so cool to see just everybody agree to fight in one spot, and
we've got engaged. Aura ulti comes out. 4-man knockout.
Oh my goodness!
The fight becomes split.
Whoa! Black Knight down. And Trojans. I see a lot of George Mason guys left.
Yeah, we did lose that fight. They were able to get the counter engage off on the fight there.
Wow! So excellent work done out of the George Martin University here. Sorry about that. And so we'll wait for some of the Trojans to hit the respawn on their way out. D4son stuck for another 24 seconds. And that's probably the more frustrating part of this game is when you have to wait to respawn.
Exactly. And we do see in the gold bar up top there that we've lost our gold lead. We only have a 500 gold lead now.
Oh, wow.
So it's a big swing for George Mason University here.
Yeah, absolutely. Still the bonus in fights here, and we'll see. Wait for another big-time engagement, and this is probably one of my favorite little dragons right here. He's a 3-headed, cool-looking guy.
Right, so he's actually called the Baron.
Oh, the Baron.
Yeah, and he gives stat bonuses to our team, as well as you see the purple thing that it gives to the minions.
Right.
Buffs up the minions as well, so
okay.
Really big buff to when you want to look to take more towers or end the game potentially.
Okay. Fantastic work, and so we're seeing Prod beefing up his team a little bit in the jungle here.
Yep, exactly. And it's this point in time where the game does get a little bit more tense as we're looking to see more team fights, looking to see more objective control. So this is where the game can swing a little bit.
Yeah, and one wrong click and you could end up against 2 or 3 enemies if you're not careful, especially because I know our view is a little bit different, but it's really hard to see if players are off to the side like this if you're on the lane, right?
Exactly.
So they really could come from anywhere.
That's why it's important to look at the minimap, even as a player, so to see kind of where your team is and where the dark spots in the map are.
Both teams just poking, and we seem to have a small collection of players here. Ferocious Nerd and D4son on site. Promar and Prod all available as well. And I was told that I can press O to keep some of the items up in case people want to take a look. And there's a large conglomeration of players towards the top. Trying to get the gold back on, and for the first time this game we'll see the George Mason University taking a lead on the gold side of things, and they did manage to pick up that second dragon as well. That was excellent work from them.
Yep, and now we're looking to see if we can set up for the Baron potentially, or look to stabilize, get some more gold, get some items, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Trying to get back into the swing of things are the Trojans. They'll pick up a level up there as well. And yeah, I have to say, what a very cool back and forth game to see. Like, I thought once the Trojans had opened up turrets on the middle and bottom lane that it was the beginning of the end, but a nice push from George Mason has kept things close, and I feel like we're right back where we started in terms of things feeling kind of even right now.
Yep, exactly, and it is pretty even according to Gold Graph. So it really here is all about the team fights, all about the setup here.
And looks like they're going to try and take on the Baron right here, right now. They got 5 players on.
Yep, George Mason University looking to force the Baron and see if they can pull out Trojans to answer them. It looks like the Trojans are going to go on the chase, see if they can catch off anyone here. And with the George Mason University on the retreat, looks like they're looking to take down the mid lane tower.
Nicely done there. Lachetto and I'm Sorry in on the dirty work through middle. DeForson tried to channel his way out, but got caught momentarily there, and the Trojans will peel off, trying to find some more buffs for their team. Exactly. Collect some gold and stuff along the way.
Right, overall good trade from the Trojans, getting that mid tower, but do note that our mid laner, I'm Sorry, no longer has his teleport for any potential fights, so they do need to play with him if anything were to happen.
So we'll keep an eye on I'm Sorry, and we'll see if the George Mason University players look to take advantage of that.
Looks like DeForson is TPing in here in the middle of all the enemy team, but looks like the engage is here. Both teams are here looking for the fight. Big damage from both teams.
Man. Black Knight's got one. Double kill as well.
Big damage from our mid laner, I'm Sorry. And looks like the Trojans are up here.
Oh my goodness. So another turf war goes the way of the Trojans. In that scenario, it looked like another 4-on-4 opportunity that saw a couple more blue names come out this time than red.
Exactly, and now with with the entire GMU roster down, it looks like the SAIT Trojans are looking to take both objectives here, actually.
And they're going to try and engage the Baron on their own, and wow, that thing does big damage.
Yeah, it's a pretty strong buff early on.
T-Forsen, Ferocious Nerd, and Lachero in there right now.
They should secure it with no issues. The enemy team is still down. Now our jungler is here to help damage it much faster.
Below half already, and that health starting to melt off the Baron. Lachero's got to be careful here. Nicely done. Baron Nashor down.
Yep,
excellent
and we
work.
have big gold to spend here. As you can see, we've had another 3k gold swing towards the Trojans here.
Yeah, up to 55.5k. You can see the items down in the bottom of the screens. Trojans loading up. And a couple of pretty impressive stat lines. 1, 2, and 15 for our Thresh. And that seems like a standout to me. I mean, 15 assists, that's a lot, right?
For sure, and we've seen some great hooks, great engages, and a very dominant laning phase from our bot lane here.
Amazing work. They're going to try and push back some of these minions. I can see Lucid Bills hanging out up there, but all 4 Trojans are going to try and elect to move through the jungle.
Yep, it looks like they're going for a 4-1 split push, so they have our top laner DeForson pushing the top lane, and 4 of our players pushing the jungle.
DeForson up there, as you mentioned, and yeah, the 4 players pushing the jungle right here. So, nice, good call out, a 4-1. Love that.
Exactly. It looks like they're giving up the mid lane in favor of taking more of a top lane tower. It looks like DeForson is going to TP back, or recall back. He cancels it, decides not to match
We're going to
the
try
mid
and
laner.
push these guys here. Deforson looks to do some big damage. 4-on-3 opportunity here for the Trojans. We'll see what kind of engagements we get here shortly.
Yep, looks like George Mason University looking to kind of prevent them from taking this tower, but they're
5
able
Trojans
to take it.
on the scene.
Exactly, but it looks like they're looking to trade the mid lane for it.
Absolutely. You can see down on your mini-map on the bottom there, we have heroes approaching the home base of the Trojans, but the Trojans are going to try and put everything into this top lane rush.
Fantastic hook out there, and the aura hits the ulti on all of them. Great damage from I'm Sorry out here. And looks like they may look to end here with Deforson keeping their bot laner in our side of the jungle. And we might be able to take this game with this push.
Trojans with the final push here. We'll see what it turns into.
Oh, Deforson able to cancel the recall. They can end here.
Big moments. Deforson putting on the damage. He has Skadoosh on the ropes. There goes one. Another tower down, and
exposed Nexus here. We can look to end here. And it looks like the end of the game.
Apple trying to dig their heels in, but alas, that will be the end of the first game. A Trojans victory. Now, I want to ask, what about their strategy do you think stood out for the win here tonight?
I really like how they stabilized the early game. You've seen the dominance. You've seen the skill difference from all of our laners and our jungler as well against the enemy team. They looked a little shaky in the middle there with that lost fight, but they were able to stabilize everything, calm down, and take back the game by playing on their own terms.
Yeah, excellent work there out of the Trojans, and like you said, great work to recover when up against the wall there. A couple of stat lines just to highlight there. The #1 damage doer in terms of damage dealt to champions goes to I'm Sorry with over 25,000 damage done. And if I was going to pick my most impressive scoreline, I'd say Black Knight coming in with the 8-1-8. That'll be my pick for the most impressive. What do you think?
Exactly. Everyone did a fantastic job. I think Blank Knight did a great job counter-engaging, preventing their enemy jungler from ganking our laners, and everyone was able to play safely in their own lane.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's the plan for the rest of the evening, folks. We still have another game for you coming very quickly at 7 p.m. So that will be happening very shortly, and we will be back to give you that within the hour. So thank you so much for the time spent. Thank you for Ethan coming on down, and a quick shout out to Tora as well, who came in to help us with the OBS, and we really appreciate all the student help that helps make these things happen. And a big shout out to the very helpful Twitch chat as well. I appreciated some of the pointers there, so thank you very much, and we'll be back shortly.